Uh, this is second chapter of unit 3rd, that is mixing. In this lecture we will study about objectives, applications and factors affecting mixing. I, Dr. Satyaprakash Singh of BSS College of Pharmacy, welcomes you all in this lecture. Mixing, as the name suggests, after hearing this word mixing, what comes in your mind? After this, that mixing means something to be mixed, और क्या है कि किसी चीज़ को मिलाना, हिंदी में हम इसको कहते हैं मिक्सिंग, मतलब मिलाना, मिक्स करना. So, it is an operation in which two or more components in a separate or roughly mixed condition are treated so that each particle lies as nearly as possible in contact with a particle of each of the other ingredient. Let us suppose let us suppose this is a box, this is another object, so after mixing of these two objects, what will happen? This color is changed. So, in this way takes place, that means one object, other object, both are in close contact with each other. So, this process of intermixing of all the components, that is called as mixing. So, simply it is a type of unit operation in which two or more components in separate or roughly mixed condition are treated in such a way that each particle lies as nearly as possible as in close contact with particle of other ingredient. So, this whole process is called as mixing. It involves the process involves the mixing of gases, liquids or solids. Mixing of gases, liquids or solid, that means mixing can take place in between liquid liquid, liquid solid or solid liquid, gas within gas itself or within solids itself, solid solid mixing, liquid liquid mixing or gas gas mixing. So, all these three types, all these types of process are involving in case of mixing. Important thing is, in any possible combination, in 1:1 ratio, 1:2 ratio, 1:10 ratio, like that. So, the ratio of both the components may vary. So, in any possible combination, if both the components are mixed together in such a way that each particle of one component lies as in close contact with the particle of other components, that process is called as mixing. Now, the term comes ideal or perfect mixing. Ideal or perfect mixing means when each particle lay adjacent to a particle of other component, that is each particle lies as closely as possible in contact with a particle of other component. Suppose one particle, this is second particle, this is another particle. Similarly, here so in this way if mixing takes place, that means each particle are both the components are mixed in such a way that each particle of one component lies adjacent to the each particle of other component. So, this way of mixing is called as ideal or perfect mixing. For example, when a quantity of materials in all part of system is same, for example, B is one component, A is another component, again B, again A, again B, again A. That means, each component of each particle of both the components are just lying adjacent to each other. So, this type of mixing is called as ideal mixing or perfect mixing. Another term associated with this mixing is random mixing. Random mixing, in this case, mix where the probability of selecting a particular type of particle is same at all positions in the mix and is equal to the proportion of such particles in the total mix. That means, randomly we have taken component A and again component B, and we have mixed both by taking some part of component A and some part of component B in any ratio, any way manner. For example, proportion is different in all the parts of system. Suppose B is one component, A is another component. So, B from here from this B A, B is lying adjacent to A. After that, you see one more A component is there, then again B, then again double A, then again double B. So, no fixed pattern is followed in these cases of mixing. So, that process is called as random mixing. In ideal mixing, a fixed pattern is followed, in random mixing no fixed pattern is followed. Objectives of mixing. First objective is to make simple physical mixture. As we know that in the production of tablets, capsules, sachets, dry powders or different 2 or more powders or granules. During the production of tablets, capsules, sachets and dry powders, what is going on? 2 or more different types of powders are taken or granules are prepared, and after with these granules different types of excipients are added or mixed together to prepare the granules and finally for tablet preparation. So, the objective is to make simple physical mixtures. Similarly, in Linktases also 2 or more miscible liquids are mixed completely. Second objective is physical change. Physical change means with the help of mixing our aim is to produce a change in the object. For example, sugar, if we will see sugar, it is a solids, but when it is mixed with water or solvent, it produces a solution. So, due to this mixing of sugar in water or solvent, there is a change in state, physical state of the sugar. From solid it is converting to a liquid state. So, this type of mixing if takes place, that is called as there is a physical change in mixing process. See, mixing of solid with a solvent to produce a solution. In this case, agitation makes the process rapid. So, agitation, let us suppose this is a container in which sugar is taken. Another container is there in which water is filled or solvent is filled. In this you pour this sugar. So, it will lie down in the bottom. After that you take a spoon and starts stirring, moving the spoon in any direction. So, due to this agitation or stirring, sugar dissolves quickly in this solution. So, if you want that process should be rapid, then we can go for agitation of the solution. Third objective is dispersion. In case of emulsions and creams, two immiscible liquids are mixed. In this case, one liquid is dispersed into the other liquid. In case of emulsions, it may be oil in water. If it is oil in water, then oil is dispersed in water. If it is water in oil, then water is dispersed in oil. Similarly, in case of suspensions and pastes, solid particles are dispersed in liquid, and this dispersions takes place by mixing. Okay. So, in this case also, in case of dispersion or in preparation of emulsions, suspension, creams, pastes, again mixing takes place, and this type of mixing is called as dispersion. Next objective is promotion of reaction. Mixing usually encourages or promotes the reaction process, and as it encourages or promotes the reaction process, at the same time it saves time also. Okay. Or chemical reaction can be controlled by proper mixing. So, if proper mixing is done, then we can achieve uniform products. The products, final products which is obtained is having similar shape, size, like that. Uniformity is maintained. Applications of mixing. So, as you know that before preparing tablets, capsule, we are taking the several excipients, drugs, and mixing or converting it into a granular form. So, we can say that mixing is an intermediate step in production of tablets or capsules. So, mixing of powders in different proportion prior to granulation or tableting. Second application, dry mixing of powders or composite powders in capsules and insufflations can be performed or can takes place. So, in this process, insufflations or in preparation of capsules, dry mixing of powders takes place. Blending of powder are also an important parameter in the preparation of cosmetic products. For example, facial powder or dental powder. These are some cosmetic products, example of some cosmetic products where mixing plays an important role while mixing of all these ingredients or preparing of powdered material, which are an example of cosmetic products. In case of potent drugs also, where dose of is very low, where the dose of drug is very low, in those cases mixing is a critical factor. Why? Because since the dose of drug is very low or very small, and excipients we are using in more quantities. So, to maintain the content uniformity of tablet, mixing plays an important role in case of potent drugs. So, here geometric dilution is a method which is used for mixing of this type of drugs. Different types of mixtures. First one is positive mixture. After mixing, the products which are obtained, depending upon the type of product, it is classified into different types. First one is positive mixture. Positive mixtures are formed from material such as gases or miscible liquids. So, when gases are taken or miscible liquids are taken, and it is mixed in such a way that the mixing is spontaneous and irreversible by diffusion, which leads to a perfect mixing of all the components. So, after that the resultant product is called as positive mixtures. That means, in this case no input of energy required and enough time is available for complete mixing. For example, mixing of sodium chloride or sugar in water. Simply what happening? We are taking the sugar and kept it in water. After some time it will dissolve in water. So, in this case there isn't any input of energy for mixing. So, this type of mixing is called as positive mixtures. Negative mixture. In negative mixture, what happens? After mixing, the components tends to separate out. That means, we have mixed, suppose we have taken two components for mixing and we have mixed it. After mixing, if we are keeping it aside, the components tends to separate out. So, negative mixtures are more difficult to form and higher degree of mixing efficiency is needed. That means, mixing requires energy, more energy, but separation does not require any energy. After mixing, you keep the product aside, it will separate out. Example, suspensions of solids in liquid. Similarly, emulsions of two immiscible liquids. So, these are some examples of negative mixture. Third one is neutral mixture. Neutral mixtures are static in their behavior. That means, the components having no tendency to mix spontaneously or nor they segregate when mixed. That means, for example, pastes, ointments and mixed powders. So, these type of mixtures are neutral in nature. That means, after mixing components cannot be separated, but for mixing of these components energy is required. So, these type of mixtures are called as neutral mixtures. It means, they are static in their behavior. Factors affecting mixing, which is an important part of mixing. First factor is nature of product. For effective mixing, the surface of the particle should be smooth. If it is curved shaped particles like this and smooth surfaced particle. So, in case of if the surface of particle is smooth, then there will be proper or effective mixing may take place. So, accordingly which type of products or which type of components we are taking for mixing, it plays an important role in smooth or effective mixing. Particle size, it also plays an important role. How? So, if the particle size of the components are same, then it is very much easier to mix them properly. As there is a increase in difference in particle size, it leads to segregation of the particles. Suppose if the particle size is same, we can easily mix them and properly we can properly mix them, but if the particle size is like this, one component and another component is like this. So, in this case, in these cases, these particles tends to segregate. So, that is why particle size also plays an important role. Particle shape, if the particles are spherical in nature, then there will be a proper uniform mixing of both the components. Particle charge, in some cases electrostatic charge exerts or takes place, which leads to attractive forces, and this leads to separation of particles. So, if charged particles are there, then it leads to separation. Proportion of material. Okay. So, in this case it is easier to mix powders if they are available in same quantities. If one component is more and another component is very less, in this case, in those cases proper mixing is difficult to carry out. Relative density of the particle, if the components have a different density, then denser particles will sink, lighter particles will kept on the top of the product. Viscosity, an increase in viscosity reduces the extent of mixing of the particles. Surface tension of liquids, higher surface tension reduces the extension of mixing. Mixture volume, mixing efficiency depends on the mixture volume also, what is the quantity of material that has to be mixed. So, these are some different factors on which mixing depends. Now, temperature also affects the mixing, because viscosity changes with increase in temperature, which leads to change in nature of the material. Then agitator type, shape, size, location and type of mixing equipment or agitator which you are using, that also leads to changes in the degree of mixing. Speed or RPM of the impeller, that means mixing at less RPM is more homogeneous than at mixing at higher revolutions per minute, at higher RPM. Mixing time, mixing time also plays an important role for appropriate mixing. If we are mixing at a longer duration, proper mixing takes place. With shorter time interval, proper mixing does not takes place. So, this is all about basics of mixing. Thank you.